Hello everyone, my name is Bhavesh Chakor and today's my video topic is Introduction to Spring. Previously, we had discussed that what is a full stack web development and what are the various components included in the full stack web development, like front end, back end, and the middle part, that is Java coding. Also we had discussed that Angular is helpful in the front end development. So this Angular generates the user interface. That user interface uh, actually interacts with the user, and it takes the input from the user, and also it shows the data to the user. Then the whatever the data taken from the user, with the help of Angular, we can send this data to the database, and also we can retrieve the data from the database, and we can show the respective output. But this Angular does not directly contact with the database. It is like a middle communicator between the user interface and the database. Uh, Between the database and the Angular, the Spring framework is used. So this Spring is useful, very important part in the backend development, because it interacts with the database, retrieve its data from the database, and transmit it to the in the HTML format, or the browser readable format, to the Angular. Before the development of the enterprises Java Beans, the Java developer has to use the Java Beans for the web application development. With the help of this Java Beans, the developer was able to build a web application. But the problem with this Java Beans is it does not allow the various features like a transaction management, or it does not provide a security. So without these key features, we cannot build a very robust and secure web application. So to avoid this problem, the EJB, that is Enterprises Java Beans, was developed. Then the problem with this EJB is the EJB becomes more complex, because when we want to build a Java web application using EJB, the developer has to perform the various tasks, such as creating the home and remote interfaces. And because of this task, the development of web application using EJB becomes more complex, and uh, then the developer needs to find the more suitable and easy way. So they shifted towards the Spring, and the Spring is developed. The Spring framework is commonly known as a Spring. uh, so this Spring was when Spring was emerged, it is emerged as the solution to the all the problems which are arriving due to the EJB and Java Beans. This Spring framework is provides the various features like aspect oriented programming, that is AOP, then POGO, plain old Java object, dependency injection. So because of this features, the web application development using the Spring becomes more easy task for the developer. Then this Spring framework is a lightweighted framework, and it allows the Java EE7 developer to create a web application very easily. Then the features of this Spring is, uh, out of the features of a Spring, like IOC, dependency injection, or AOP, this key feature makes the Spring very unique among the other framework in the list. Some of the main features are IOC container, then data structure, then the Spring the data structure. So this Spring data means, uh, with the help of the Spring we can easily store the data into the database. Similar also, we can retrieve the data and show this data to the user in the human readable format, and this task becomes more easy. Then another feature of the Spring is the MVC framework. In the previous videos we have discussed that what is the MVC architecture. So with the help of the MVC framework, we can build a web application that completely depends on the MVC architecture. So in the MVC architecture, we know the user's request is go directly to the controller. Then this controller interacts with the model, and this model interacts with the database and retrieve its data. Then the model's data and the views structure combinedly become the final output, and this output is again comes to the controller, and controller displays it to the user. So this is the one of the feature of the MVC framework, and which is provided by the Spring. And Spring has another many more advantages and many more features. And that's it with the introduction of a Spring. Thank you.